Joining us tonight is the editor of Stereogum, Amrit Singh. From New York's Hot 97, it's Peter Rosenberg. And finally, it's comedian Dean Edwards. Gentlemen, hold on to your jingle balls. The critics, whoever they are, have weighed in, and the votes mentality, it's unanimous. The best album of 2011 is Neighborhoods by my band, Blink-182. It's actually not true in any case at all. So let's pick apart these stupid lists anyway. All right. Rolling Stones' number 1 was Adele. Spin's number 1 was F***ed Up. Also topping the list are Bon Iver and Kanye and Jay-Z. Dean, did they get it right?
You know what? I'm gonna say why I dig Adele. Every couple of years, there's a big white woman from England that pops. And when you first hear, you're like, that black woman sounds good. And then you're like, you know what I mean? Because the first time I remember, this is probably too old for some of the viewers, but Lisa Stanfield, when she came being around the world, you like, that girl can blow. And then you're like, oh, wow, she looks different. You know, and then even like when Amy Winehouse first popped, you like, this is you're like, damn, who is this? And now Adele, same thing. It's good for the brothers, too, because brothers like the big white girls. You know what I mean? Keep it real, too. That's why they say black is slimming.
Well, I feel like the Kanye Jay-Z album was like the least imaginative pick, just because that kind of got by in personality. Like that was a good, not great album, although it did have the best song, I think, of the year and song title of the year, N-I''A''S in Paris. Yeah, what do you guys call that?
We call it Paris. And actually, Jay-Z sent a note, you know, the weekend it came out, and everyone started gravitating towards that song, and Jay-Z sent a note to the station, was like, please refer to it as Paris only.
Just call it Paris.
That's what he said. But you know what? There are great songs on that album, but it is not a great album.
I agree.
Yeah.
They did not tackle one issue. You have these guys who are both so important. Kanye West speaks out on things all the time.
Right.
And really, for the most part, with very minute exceptions, it's all about money and partying on boats. And
there's no graduation from what they've done in the past.
No, to me, it felt like just a random collaboration, not like an actual true album together.
Right. Amrit, Stereogum picked Father, Son, Holy Ghost by the band Girls. Why them?
That band is like catnip for rock critics. I mean, that kid has a great backstory. This is his second record, and he has an EP too, and sort of like every song he writes is great, or at least, you know, to his fans. It's like, they're the kind of band where any song could feasibly be your favorite song. Right. You know what I mean?
That's a big build-up. I'm going to buy this record now.
Yeah. Well, you know, it might be for you, it might not be, but for people who dig that, it's like he is really consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peter, how would you characterize the year in music overall?
I fondly refer to this as the year of shit. I'm deeply entrenched in hip-hop, so, and I admit that my knowledge across the board is not what it should be, but every time I did take a peek into other genres to see if I was missing out, I didn't feel that I was. It was like the year of like, let's all collaborate. Let's just make random collaborations. Let's get Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Drake. Song. That's not a real collaboration.
Right.
This is just guys who know they're all cool, being like, damn, you know what made me look cool? Another cool dude. But what are we really getting? Is there a memorable product at the end? And I think, unfortunately for me, there wasn't that much that was memorable.
Right.
One of the biggest success stories of 2011 was the explosion of underground hip-hop. Independent rappers put out mixtapes, they toured, they made videos, they got tons of fans, all without the help of a record company. Peter, what do you think of this formula?
For someone like me, you know, I do a show, I do the morning show, but on Sunday nights I do an underground hip hop show. And for someone like me, it's awesome because I get to support artists who are making the kind of music I like. They're not making it for the wrong reasons. And it's actually getting somewhere. You know, like you're seeing Odd Future get somewhere. I remember when I played them for the first time, I gave them their first spin on FM radio. And it was really cool, though, to see this thing build.
Right.
You hope.
One of the success stories of this business model is Mac Miller. In October, Mac was on our show, and then in November, his independently released album debuted at #1.
Nice.
So Mac Miller, you're welcome. What did he do right, Amrit?
Well, Mac Miller's not for me, but I think the guy's got unimpeachable hustle, and he knew how to work the internet and work those means of distribution that independent artists have at their disposal now. And he also had the incredibly good sense of being white, which is which is huge because his demographic is college kids who happen to be white also, and they see themselves in him, and they've got a tremendous amount of disposable income. So the kids with disposable income means a #1 record.
He also said on our show, I f***s with Justin Bieber.
That does help.
He did say that.
I'm gonna say that I f***s with Justin Bieber too.
Amrit, you were talking earlier about Das Racist.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're my favorite underground hip hop artists because, you know, where Mac Miller isn't for me, they sort of are. They're like, they speak to my experience. They're liberal arts college kids who are pop culturally referential and live on the internet and sort of feel weird about being ethnic minority sometimes. And they had the good sense of being 2/3 Indian.
Yes, they did. They're funny. They don't take themselves seriously, but to be honest, at times they make some really good rap music too.
Right.
You know, they're a very cool group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every year there are a slew of new holiday albums. Dean, which do you think is the greatest holiday album this year?
This year, I appreciate Justin Bieber because I don't want his fans getting on me.
Right.
Because they do. Them cats go hard. I appreciate him tackling like Mariah's joint, but I dig like in the last 10, 20 years, I'm gonna say Christmas in Hollis, man.
Yeah.
Run DMC, I did the classic. Back in the days when it first came out and you heard him say, Mom's cooking chicken in college, oh, we don't eat chicken on Christmas, but 20 some odd years later, I still rock to it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I like Bieber's Christmas album. I think it's actually. I think it's his. Take this for what it is.
Okay.
I think it's his best work to date. I think his voice sounds good on
What is
it.
he, 15? Is it his best work?
17. He's like 4.5 albums in. You know, 2.1, 2.2. But I think it's pretty good. And respect. He goes out, gets the Christmas legends, gets Mariah Carey, gets Boys to Men.
Right.
Gets Frank Sinatra.
Right.
All right, that's it for this panel. But guys, before we go, can we pose for an awkward Christmas photo right in here? Can we lean in? Everyone say cheese log.
Cheese log.
All right, that was awkward.